Welcome to the Unfolding Podcast, a space where soul, synchronicity, and self-discovery meet. Together, we explore the cycles, lessons, and magic that shape our human experience. Breathe, soften, and open your heart as we journey into the wisdom waiting to unfold.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's nice to be back. I know we went missing in action for a couple weeks there, basically the month of February. So we've been very anxious to get back. But, we have some things we want to share about our journey during that time within the last couple of weeks. And that's what our topics will be today. Just kind of sharing what came up for us, how we managed through it, sharing some tips with all of you in case you may be going through the same thing. I think a lot of people are going through the same thing, and some are aware, some not so much. So hoping that our message today may help you in your own unfolding experience. And so that's sort of where we're going to start. And so the last time we spoke about the monks that were walking through our country, and Luna shared a little bit about her experience. And I remember the last thing I mentioned to our audience was that something was coming up for me, and I didn't quite know what was happening at the time. And I said, something happened with a friend that kind of sparked something in me. And I knew there was like a deeper something going on, but I didn't know what it was. I needed to sit with it. Well, that's what I've been kind of sitting with the last month. Not that particular topic, but just all the things have been coming up. So I guess I'll start a little bit. And how I explained it to Luna, the way I felt was like the universe, my higher self, all of it held this mirror in front of me. It was like, okay, we're ending the snake year. We're going into the fire horse year. And you've done a lot of work and you keep doing work. But here are the things that you still need to work on, that you want to work on, but you haven't made the effort to work on.
Right.
And it all like flooded in at one time. It was very overwhelming, especially because nothing was wrong. Nothing was wrong. There was no sudden event really like that formulated this. It was like, how do I want to put this? Like I said, the mirror, and the mirror has all the words of like all the things that float in my mind that I haven't taken time to be like, okay, I need to deal with this. And I want to deal with it. I want to stop ignoring it. As much as I've grown, I know there's these things that I'm still bringing with me forward that don't belong there and won't allow me to be the highest level or the highest version of myself if I don't face it. And I have a choice, right? I either face it and I further evolve, elevate, ascend, whatever you want to call it, or I bring those things with me forward and continue to struggle in those areas or ignore them, but never really seeing how far I can go in my highest self, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I see Luna has some thoughts
I'm just
coming
like
through her mind. So
processing what you're saying in real time. But I guess I want to ask you a question to further delve in for our audience. And by the way, if you're new listeners, I am Luna, and this is Solera, and this is the Unfolding Podcast. So we're digging into real life, real time, and talking about kind of like a hibernation period that we both went through without discussing it until we actually had to talk about, oh, we're both pulling back our energy. And no matter how hard we wanted to go like this, we had to pull back the energy, almost like in obedience. So I guess I want to ask you, Solera, like when you talk about the mirror, Are you talking about certain behaviors, habits, shadows, without giving all your stuff away? Like what was in the mirror? What did it pull you towards? What was one or two of the words that came up for you during this period of
Mhm.
time of
Okay, I'm going to try not to lose
shadows?
sight of your question because some
Mhm.
things came up.
Mhm.
First thing that came up is the month of December. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Mhm.
December was significant because I was like in this high of high in my life,
Mhm.
right? I had an amazing work trip. I connected with work people. I went to Europe with my kids. Then I had all this time off. So I was like carefree, just enjoying that month. Okay. The holidays, all of it compiled. It was amazing. And I allowed myself to just be, just
Mhm.
whatever I felt like was going to give me joy, that was going to help me feel good. That's what I was doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But come January, it was like, okay, girl, I know you're having a good time, but where are we going with this? You know, like
Mhm.
it's time to snap back. It's almost like I didn't need anyone to tell me or myself to tell me that mirror that I'm talking about was like, pause, you know, because I was like, I
Mhm.
felt like I was going like up like that, you know, and then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, what's happening? And so let's go back to your question for a second before I go off track.
Yeah.
Your question was,
When you say the mirror, okay, it stopped you and caused you to
hmm,
pause. What are some of the key words that came up for you
oh,
that made you
okay.
realize that something was shifting and it felt kind of dark, but it wasn't exactly depression. It was a season, right?
Hmm.
What were your signs? What did you do in that time?
So first, I felt like I was doing my best in that time, in that space with everything I had. But my soul or my higher self, the universe or spirit team, all of it was like, yes, you did. You did do your best in that time. But now we're ready to go to the next level. And we need
Mm-hmm.
to look at those things that are coming up. The number one thing that came up was my health,
Mm.
right? And Luna and I talk, actually, we'll talk more about that a little bit, but health, meaning I already eat healthy, but I don't eat enough and maybe not with enough intention, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
intentionally putting thought into what I'm putting in my body. Not that I didn't have intention because I have healthy things, but it was kind of like a side, like it wasn't a priority, is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so the first thing was I need to take my health more serious. By the way, my birthday's tomorrow,
Yeah, I
guys.
was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Happy
And
early
so
birthday, girl.
thank
Yes.
you. And so, you know, it makes you reflect, you know, I'm getting older and I don't like saying older, wiser, maybe wiser, but
Wiser.
reality is, you know, you're going to take care of your body in a different way the more we age. And so it was like, you know, if we keep going on this track without full intention, where is that going to take me? But if I take this opportunity now,
Mm-hmm.
while I'm in good shape and good health, to really take that to another level that I've always wanted, but never wanted to discipline myself enough to do, what would my life look like? You know?
Mm.
And the thing is, like, you don't want to have regret. Like, I don't want to be an old person. Like, I could have, I should have,
Exactly.
you know? And so that was enough to make me say, this needs to be a
Mm-hmm.
priority. It
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been. And Luna and I talked and we decided that was one of both of our things that came up that said like, hey,
Yep.
pay attention to this. And we decided that we're going to hold each other accountable, that we're going to text each other at least 3 times a week. Well, let me tell you something, it turned into every day because it's been so helpful, you know. Like I told Luna, I don't want to feel guilt when I talk to Luna and tell her, no,
Yeah.
I didn't go today, I was tired. There's no excuse, you
Right.
know.
Right. Right.
I mean, unless you're sick or something like that. So that was number one. I don't want to hog up all this. There was a lot,
No, go
you know, just
ahead.
spitting it out, like getting back to like this is how I want to say it. Let's be real. After my divorce, I like completely changed my life. Everything, my habits, my routines, the people I talk to, what I feed my mind, what I feed my soul, my body, all that
Hmm.
stuff. And I've been through different phases like all of us,
Right.
right? But this last phase was just enjoy your life. Now it's like, okay, can we rewind and go back to,
Yeah.
doing those things that you love, like reading? So I picked up reading again, at least one chapter at night.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get lost in a story and it's longer, but being more intentional with my time.
Your
That's
time. That's what I'm hearing.
essentially what I'm saying, right? Being more intentional with my time. And Luna and I talked about this, slowing down, enjoying everything, everything. Like,
Everything.
yeah, coming home with groceries, walking through my door, like looking at my place and having gratitude because there's peace here, because I have everything that I need, and
Yes.
because, you know, it's just peace. Like if you don't have peace at home, it throws off everything in your life.
Yeah.
And so when I walk in now, it's like, thank you, home. I missed you. Like I'm so
Mm.
grateful for you. So again, slowing down, just slowing down in general, enjoying everything. Like I was telling Luna, I had a meeting and I was eating a yogurt and I'm like, gonna rush this yogurt. And I said, no, I'm not rushing this yogurt. I'm gonna enjoy this yogurt, especially because I'm being disciplined and I'm only
Right.
eating in a certain window. You better enjoy that yogurt, whatever. So like those are some, because I have a long list of things that I'm working on and
Yeah.
it's been going well so far. Very grateful for Luna because the accountability thing, let me tell you something, guys. If you can find someone in your life who's willing to make those changes for themselves and you guys can encourage each other, it makes all the
It
difference.
does. It does.
Mhm.
And I'm going to jump in with my side of it so everybody can see how it came together, right? We're heading somewhere, guys. I'm telling you, we're heading somewhere. So at the same time, I asked I asked Solera some challenging questions. I was kind of like, okay, what are the words that are coming up for you? And we talked about that in the last episode. And it was like abandonment and some of mine too. And abandonment meaning a plethora of things. You can self abandon yourself as well. It doesn't only mean people, it means most abandonment actually starts with self. And so we both
Mhm.
agreed that we know better and we weren't honoring ourselves fully. It's wonderful to set boundaries, it's wonderful to do this and that. But the biggest thing that I think the collective is missing that we both realized was true self love, true self care, devotion, like she said, intention. And so I too was pulling back my energy. And no matter how much I wanted to go forward, I knew that I was in like an in between space. And I've been there many times before. But the difference was in the past, I may have fought the in between space a little bit because it's uncomfortable. And if you think about it, it's kind of like the snake when it's shedding and going through its transition. It's uncomfortable when the skin probably comes off and then it feels good when it's off. And I was talking to Solera and I was like, it's like when you try to put on a pair of skinny jeans and in your mind, it's going to look so freaking amazing on your butt. And then you realize it's not quite fitting the way you want. That's how this in between space feels. It can feel constricting, it can make you feel kind of like lost, twilight zone. But what we both realized was that this space was super important because in the space, and that mirror came up again, it was like we had to face ourselves. There was no choice. We had to reflect. And when the fire horse season started, the same way we told you guys to run with clarity, we had to decide what we were running with, what we were not taking with us. It was a very powerful month. Solera's birthday is tomorrow. Mine was earlier before Valentine's Day. So we both had pinnacle, ages we were turning. And yes, the reality of taking care of our body as a temple was top tier at that time. So I had the same realization. I said, I know what to do. For some reason, I stopped doing it. I got into a slump. And we're not going to talk about diet the whole time today. We are going to bring it up, though. Lifestyle. When I say diet, I mean lifestyle. And the
Mhm.
reason we're bringing it up is because your mind is not separate from your body. And so if your body is struggling and you feel lethargic and sluggish, it's not about just looking cute, it's about how you feel. Then your spirit also feels the same way. Same way when I tell people if your house is really messy right now, there's a closet that's disorganized. Like I have one that I need to deal with this season. It's showing me an area in my life that feels cluttered, that I'm hiding, right? And so everything you have around you is a mirror if you pay attention to it. All that to say, we both were kind of like a recluse, pull back, hibernation, quiet, wanting to move forward but couldn't. And we decided to accept it. We talked about it. We were like, let's be accountable to one another, sending pictures of our food. Did you work out today? Not in a beat you up kind of way, guilt way, but also more just like, what are the excuses? And the excuses were we all have 24 hours in a day. I know you guys have heard it before. I don't want to sound cliche. We all have 24 hours in a day. And it's like, what are we doing with it? And at the end of the day, I bet we can all agree that we're outsourcing and leaking all of our energy to so many people and then leaving ourselves these little teeny breadcrumbs and wondering why we're walking around with no energy or antsy or low vibe, right? So self care really is the medicine. So we both have been leaning into that. I mean, big time. And like Solera said, even with normal stuff like walking into your house with groceries, saying, I love you, house, being grateful for having a roof over our heads. For me, it's been the mundane things. How do I even wash the dishes like this? Like, I
Mm,
don't know what the
in a rush.
race is, what the rush is. Washing my
Right.
face. Everything became, how can I make this a moment of self devotion? And yes, I know in real time, many of us are rushing with our 9 to 5 jobs. I'm rushing between my appointments, but you don't have to rush if you create more space. So my challenge has been, I told Solera this, to create 15 more minutes before I do the thing so that I can wash my face slowly and oil it and take my
Hmm.
time listening to my music and getting ready to go into the world instead of letting the world just take me over. That's why everyone always says, I don't know what hit me because they didn't prep their morning or day or didn't prep their evening before bed. So we're letting everything just come to us and hit us as opposed to intentionally moving throughout the day. So that is where we both are right now. And this space is actually has a name. I'm going to name it. And it's called, the in between space is called the liminal space. And I learned about that through a book I read by an awesome author called Layla Delia called Vibrate Higher Daily. And she talks about how the in between space is so important because you can choose to stay back and be pissed off or, annoyed because you're not moving forward, but you can't go back. Or you can realize that just behind that bend, around the corner, there is a way if you choose to stay present and aware, not fight the in between space. Because the in between space is simply for a place of growth and alignment. Sometimes you can't move forward because your higher self, God knows, it isn't the exact time. Don't rush it, right? And so I told Talera I had a vision. I was like, I kind of see it like Hunger Games, kind of like something with like a bow and arrow. Like you're being pulled back, liminal space to launch forward into
Hmm.
the aligned space. And that's what we all long for. But we fight this in between space because it's uncomfortable. We feel lost. We have no purpose, so we say. And the purpose is sometimes just to be in it and listen and ask the questions to ourselves. What's
Something
going
that's
on?
coming up for me
Yeah, let's
that might
go.
help everyone, and I think
Mhm.
we're touching on it, but I think we need to maybe sit there more,
Yeah,
is like, what does the liminal space feel like? Like, what might that look like for someone? Because I think because we've done so much work on ourselves, and I'm not saying we're perfect because
right,
clearly
right,
we're still going through things, but we know how to be aware of those things. What we
right.
do with it is up to us. But
Hmm.
I think many people are not even aware it's happening. It can almost feel like you're starting to go into a depression, is the way
Yes.
I explained it to Luna. You're not depressed, you're not sad. You just, and Luna said it in our conversation, you just feel out of alignment. Like something's off. I don't know what it is. Nothing sudden happened. I feel a little sad. Things from the past might be coming up.
Hmm.
Like what did it mean for you, to be in that space? What does it feel like?
Ooh. For me, it feels like reflectiveness. It feels like I am wanting to be quiet and left alone quite often. It feels like I have many ideas and dreams on a plate, on a platter, and I can't do anything with them just yet because I know in my spirit, my body and mind are not ready. And so, like you said, it feels like the beginning of a depression, but you know it's not. And it really turns you inward. And
Mm-hmm.
liminal space, if you become aware, this is what happens to me anyway. And there's a big difference between the two. You can become observant or paranoid. So I really have to think about what that looks like observant of who's around you, who supports you, who's really there for you, who are your trusted ones you can turn to, or, you know, what is it that my body and soul need right now without being paranoid, because I can turn into judgment. Not everyone can be there for us in the way that we want all the time. But the point is to begin to reflect really, is this relationship
Mm-hmm.
aligned? Is this friendship something I want to carry into the season? Like, that's what liminal space is for. It's for decision making. And so instead of like sinking into it and just deciding that this is depression and there's a big difference, we can realize those signs of pullback and sit in it. And how we honor it is by letting people know. You're not going to say, I'm in a liminal space, but you can just, I'm in a season of, chill, reflection.
Yeah.
I'm pulling back a little bit right now. You can really say that. And that creates a boundary for people
Mm-hmm.
without
Like I
explaining
said to
yourself.
a couple people,
Hmm.
I need some space right now.
Yeah,
And I don't have to explain why, because I don't even have it all figured out here. Just
exactly.
hey, just need some space.
Right. Can I say one
And
more thing real quick? Not to interrupt you
yeah.
before I
No,
lose my
go,
mind.
go.
Another thing I say when I'm in the liminal space is I don't have the bandwidth for that right now. That's what I've been learning. When I'm asked to go somewhere or do something or take on another task or a job or an event, I don't have the bandwidth right now. Maybe at a later time. Thanks for asking. Because even in that, even in a moment where you could make money or do an event or go on a trip and have fun, are you honoring yourself? Do you really feel like being there? Do you know you're going to give 100%? Or are you saying yes out of obligation? So I've learned to say, thank you. I don't have the bandwidth for that right now, but we can meet maybe another time. I'll circle back to you, you know.
Mm.
But go ahead. I want you to go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
Solera.
not blowing it
Mhm.
off. You're being honest with them and mostly
Yeah,
with yourself.
yeah.
I don't even remember exactly what I wanted to say. I
Hmm.
guess what I wanted to go to is in the past, I would have stayed in that space for a longer time.
Hmm.
I think there's many reasons for that. Like number one, we keep learning, right? As we're going, we're learning. And then when we catch ourselves going there, it's like, whoa, I know what's happening here, what's going on. And we talk about tips and things you can do. And Luna, you can help me out here because
Yeah,
we both went through this together. We still maintain communication as frequently as
yeah.
possible while we're going through it. And I feel like it almost feels like a whole year happened in a month. It
Right.
was so much,
That's how
right? The
slow.
month, yeah, it started like this mirror, and then it was like what's happening, and then it was like action. And so I'm proud of us both because we took the action. At
Yeah.
first we went within, we sat there, we needed that. Take as long as you need. But my point is that the things that helped me is number one, having Luna to be able to talk about these things without judgment. That's so important, guys, because there's so many people who judge each other. I'm so sick of it
So
because
tired.
not even God judges us, okay? They'll tell you God judges. No,
No.
God does not judge. We are human. And if you have someone that's constantly judging you, questioning, what you're doing, instead of supporting, listening, and asking, what do you need from me?
Mm-mm.
Stay away from that when you're in that space because
Agreed.
I had that come up from a couple people too. And how I felt was like, I'm tired of explaining myself. Like, this is draining me at this point, like having to explain myself repeatedly
Yeah.
where I'm coming from, what I'm feeling, why I'm doing what I'm doing, because
Hmm.
I'm not doing things like most people, same Luna, same many people who are on this journey, we're trying to be the opposite of what's happening in this world.
Right.
Clearly, we're not happy with what's happening in this world. So if someone wants to sit there and question why you're different or why you're doing things the way you're doing, it's, they want to understand, obviously, but a lot of people aren't going to understand.
Yeah,
It's like it's a self journey, right? It's a self
it
journey
is.
to self mastery, and
Yeah,
it's
so
not going to
good.
fit everybody's life, right? We all have a different journey. It looks different. But Luna, although she's at a distance, just having, like, guys, we don't even talk all day. We just text because we're both
Yeah.
busy. We're just texting in between. But just a quick check-in. Number two, I've made a couple lists. Luna knows because we've talked a couple times, and
Me
I have
too.
lists everywhere like a crazy person. Yeah. And then when I sat at my computer, I was thinking, like, how do I want to start this list? And then I thought about Googling, how do I make a good list on, you know, what I'm feeling and how I want to execute what I'm looking for. And I was like, I don't want to Google anything because I'm learning more and more to trust my intuition and what
Yes.
I feel is right. And so the list started with, what the hell are you feeling? That's it. Just what am I
Mm,
feeling? And I remember the list said things like, betrayal. There's certain habits that I have that I've done for many years that are no longer a part of me. I'm just doing them because I've always done them. The other thing was, I broke out of this marriage. I found a new routine, a new life, and everything. And now it like plateaued, is how I want to see it.
yeah.
Like it kind of was like, okay, here's your life now. And then the universe was like, well, here's a mirror. You could stay there, or do you want to take it up now? And I had a
Hmm.
choice. And it was like, I can sit there and be like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm good with how everything is, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, guys. And I'm Pisces, right? This is Pisces season. We're complicated little creatures, but I get bored very easily. I need to constantly feel like I'm elevating myself. And if I start going here, which is not a bad place, sometimes you need to be there. Just here.
Right, right.
But I wasn't feeling good anymore. Like Alethea said, it was like I outgrew that.
Yeah,
Stop wearing that outfit that doesn't fit you anymore. Like, what do you want that outfit to look like now?
exactly.
You know? And so I
So
forget where I
good.
was going with this, but I really want to talk about those things because I don't, the way we made it sound at first was just like, hey, we went through a space and like now we're back. And it really wasn't that easy, guys. Because
No.
especially when you're confused and you're like, why is this coming up? Everything was just great. Now I feel a little bit lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
Mm-hmm.
start getting clarity and it's like, oh, okay, this is a big thing that's coming up for me. It's like I feel like usually the universe gives you like little lessons here and there. It's like, here
Yes.
you go, work on that one. This one was like, let me just dump everything
That's what it was.
that you still need to like. And it was like, shoot, like, what are you doing to me? You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like, what's
Oh my
happening?
God. So good how you put that. Yeah.
Yeah, tell me what's coming up for you.
Like, you guys know when you're on social media and people do like photo dumps. I love that, because it means that people were in the moment on their trip or wherever they took and they took their pictures but didn't post anything until like 10 days later. That's what Solera just said. It's like all at one time, though. All at one time, every lesson culminated and was like, poof, here you go.
Mm,
All the signs and signals. And the mirror was like right here. And it was very confronting. I'll be real, I had like a charge in my heart. Like I was like almost offending the person within that was still holding on to one or two things without me knowing I was holding on. And sometimes you're holding on to a behavior or habit, like Solera said, because it's comfortable. It's what you know. It's what you do. It's what you've always done. That's not the journey of evolving. And today in my Instagram stories, there was a cool quote I found, but it was kind of like, I've never reached my pinnacle. I'm always evolving. And that's the truth. Like we get to these higher levels, but you're not like, I've arrived and I need no more work. That's just not how it works, guys. Unless you're
mm,
Jesus himself, like it's not how it works. You're always evolving. But these moments for us were really challenging and we had to lean on each other. We had to respect each other too, when we needed space and just to be with ourselves. I'd literally be like, okay, enjoy your alone time. She'd be like, you too, girl, bye. But that's the kind of friend that I hope you guys can find. Those are the kind of people that I hope you guys can lean into, because um, a lot of people mean well, but don't support your growth journey and don't
Mhm.
understand evolving. And what I've learned is that not everybody gets to come with you. It's okay to be selective and realize that certain people are for certain seasons. And so that was really in my face with people, certain collaborations I used to be a part of, like, just didn't feel exciting anymore. And I had to really question why. What's going on? Am I depressed? What's going on? And I just realized, no, this is just another chapter of leaning in, remembering who I am. When we talk about our health, we're talking about just remembering. We'd already done this.
Mhm.
We had a glow up season. We both have been through divorces and life makeovers, but unfortunately, we all get mundane. We all get into a routine. And it's good to be comfortable, right? I'm not saying don't walk around your house in sweats, but like even in that, like, do you take the moment to put on a little lipstick for yourself? Do you work out because of how you'll look to other people, or because of how you want to feel, how you want to look
Mhm.
in the mirror and feel, and the energy you want to carry into this world? And so everything then comes back to honoring what's within, because what we realized was we didn't have self discipline or devotion in the season, and it all came down to a lack of self love. And that's hard to admit. We love ourselves, but how much?
Mhm. Yeah, it's
How
funny you say that.
much?
You and I talked about that, and I said, and I've talked about it in the podcast. I love myself, and I do. But to Luna's point, there's different levels of
Of
that love.
love.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I love that. And I love something Luna has shared with me before as we're talking through changing habits and things that we're doing. Like one of the habits I've changed is I've committed to going to the gym 5 days a week,
Ooh,
Monday through Friday. It's my neighborhood. I have no excuse, and I have the free time. I will make all the excuses I want, but I'm doing it. It's feeling really good, guys.
good.
But something that she shared with me is romanticize your life, right?
Yeah.
And I love, like, that term pops up in my mind so much throughout my day. Back to what we're saying,
Hmm.
the gratitude for the little things, slowing down, taking longer showers. I've been putting my shower like extremely hot, dry rubbing my body with oil before I take the shower and taking my
Yes.
time doing it, like really like
Ritual.
enjoying that moment. Huh?
Ritual. A
Yeah,
ritual.
like a
Yeah.
self-love ritual, where
A self
before
love
it would be
ritual.
like jump in a shower, go cook.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, this is my time, put my lavender oil all over me, my
Yes,
hair,
queen.
whatever. Yeah. And so during this time that Luna and I have paused, something that I've done 2 weekends now in February is go to the water. I'm a water sign. We
Hmm.
love the water.
Yes.
Walk on the beach. So I have a lot of free time. And I've said this before, I don't really like socialize with too many people. I'm very selective on who I
Hmm.
spend my energy on. And so I do have free time to do things. And sometimes on the weekends, I don't have my daughter and I'm like, what do I want to do today? And for me, the beach is my church.
Yes.
Why? Because I'm grounding. My feet are in the sand. I take off my shoes. My feet are in the sand. The ocean water is hitting my feet. I'm watching the birds. I'm
Mm,
feeling the breeze, watching the sky. I mean, that's connecting to God and the spirit world more than going to any building. Do you know what I'm saying?
it
Like
is.
you're watching people enjoy themselves, listening to music, relaxing, pausing their life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
and the last weekend I went on Saturday, I spent 4 hours. I did not imagine that I would spend 4 hours at the beach, like 2 hours walking, 2 hours laying in the sun. It was free, guys. The only thing I paid
Mm,
for was $10 parking. So my point is, I didn't need to go travel or do anything extravagant. It was literally just forcing myself because it was a 45-minute drive. I do not like driving.
right.
But I was like, you're going to do it because you know you're going to love it. And I did. And
Mm.
then I came home and it was quiet and I felt good. And I said, you work from home. You need to get out and talk to people
Yeah,
for your mental health. Like,
absolutely.
just have. So I went to a Mexican place, and I sat at the bar because I'm not going to sit at a table by myself. I want to talk to people. And I sat there and I talked to a few people that were sitting there, just random conversation while I was eating. I went back home early and I had an awesome day. Like, that's the little ways
Yes.
that you can make your soul feel good. My body, because I was moving, I was
Mm,
walking,
that's a good tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
A good tip is you don't have, I'm hearing you say you don't have to do extravagant things, and the mundane can be the miracle, right? The mundane can be that good moment. And like, that's what I'm doing as well. Just like Solera is saying, is if I'm gonna go, we don't have the beach as close where I live anymore, and so I miss it. But like, I'm not gonna drive 3 hours right now. But like, there's a lake nearby, or there's a trail behind my house. How can I romanticize that? How can I romanticize making my cup of tea, right? Drinking it slow, looking out the window, um, reading my book with my favorite blanket, like those seemingly mundane moments, and even cooking. My excuse for dropping out of my health routine for a while, even though I teach it sometimes, was, oh, I don't have time, and cooking takes forever. And you know what? In reality, if you want to take 2, 3 hours and prep some food ahead and have some food for the week, guess what? You're giving yourself more time. And if you're cooking in the moment, what I say to myself when I'm not in the mood is, this food is so beautiful. This food is so sexy. In my mind, I know it sounds funny, but this is how I have to do it. Like, look at these colors that I'm creating in this salad. I have to like, I'm like doing a cooking show. I'm having like a pioneer woman
I'm
moment with
smiling because
myself.
I know where she's going with it. Because I've been doing the same thing,
You
I'm on a
have to
cooking show.
be a little delulu, okay, to get your
Yeah,
shit done. And so that's where we've been. It's like, oh my God, I love working out. The way that I feel so good and sore afterwards. Wow, it's like I'm building these new muscles I didn't have before. But that kind of
yeah.
delusional talk becomes your normal. And it's
It
not about,
sounds so funny.
it sounds funny, but it's true. Like we have to almost be
Yeah,
a little bit extra to make it exciting, because the world makes everything seem like it's work. You're working out. You're on a diet. Everything is just like so
yeah.
serious and
Hard
gruff.
work,
And like,
discipline, and yeah,
it can be fun, guys. It can be fun and it should be fun. If it's not fun, change it. Change
yeah.
it. So a tip for me and from me and Solera is romanticize your life, make the mundane the miracle, make it bright and amazing. And I want to head into our
Mm.
next part of this because I want to make sure we hit some things that we really care about with this subject.
It's
But
funny because I was feeling we're going somewhere
we're
else
going
next.
somewhere. So we
Okay.
talked about like the liminal space and how we had to feel pulled back in order to get launched forward. Also,
Hmm.
guys, it's been a very heavy month with lots of things. We had a new moon, we had an eclipse. Now we're going into a full moon, another eclipse. We're in retrograde today. It's February 26th. Okay. So it's like there's a lot happening in the atmosphere. And when you think it's just you feeling these little things, it's not. So another thing is to pay attention, even if you don't know astrology, pay attention to what's going on. Google it. What's going on today in the sky, in the stars? Usually there's something
Hmm.
going on around you, in your atmosphere, that's beyond the Instagram and beyond the news and beyond what's happening in your house. And it's good to be aware. But what I'm trying to get to is that liminal space led us into our health, right? Remembering who we were, self love, the rituals, the
Hmm.
romanticizing. And then from there, it began to challenge us into our intuition and taking more action, aligned action. Okay. And that's what the
Hmm.
fire horse energy and the lunar new year are all about, because we have the equinox coming up in March. And so that's when I celebrate my actual new year. But like leading up to it,
Right.
I was telling Solera, I was walking outside. It's really cold here. I live in NC. And I was just like, even though it's kind of brown and muddy out here, I'm looking at the little sprouts of green starting to come up. One little tree was
Hmm.
budding here. And I was like, there's signs of things pushing forth to bloom. And that's also us. So I'm a big nature girl, just like
Hmm.
Solera. So I look at everything and I'm like, that's what the liminal space is. It's slowly pushing through the concrete and the earth to eventually become that pretty flower.
I
But
love that analogy. You're
seeds,
not a flower yet, you're
yes,
not a seed.
yes.
And it's not just us, it's the collective.
It's a
Like,
collective.
and what I mean is by it, like everything that we're seeing on the news right now, right? Everything that's being
Yes.
exposed, and I'm not going to spend all of our
Nope.
time there,
No
but
energy
my
there.
point is it's all aligned.
It's all
All
aligned.
these things are coming up. It's a mirror like,
Hmm.
hey guys, this is going on.
Yes.
What are you going to do
What do
about
you
it? What are
choose?
we yeah, what are we as a collective? But it's harder then because it's you can control you.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
When there's a collective involved, it takes coordination, it takes
Group
all of us
effort.
to get together.
Exactly.
It's going to take more time, and I want to give people faith that that's all this is right now. And we can look at it in the worst ways. And trust me, guys, when I was in that space that we're talking
Hmm.
about, that came up for me too, like the world events and how people are feeling and all the lies that are being exposed. And it's quite disgusting. But if you focus your energy there, it won't serve you. It won't
No,
serve anyone around you.
no.
So do not get caught up in that. Yes, we're aware of it. And so what Luna and I are doing to me is like taking our energy and fueling and feeding ourselves right now, which is what
Yes.
everyone needs to do, guys. How we overcome the evil in this world, the distractions that are here and that are coming.
Yeah.
That's what I want you guys to tie together. I'm going somewhere with this. I
I know
want
you're
everyone to
headed. I feel it.
tie
Let's
together.
go.
Yeah. Why did me and Luna spend time sitting here talking to you about our vulnerabilities, how to empower yourself, what tools you can use to become a better person? Because that's what's needed for you to do before we shift into the new earth. There is no new earth if you don't do the work, if
Period.
we don't go through what we're going through. So people could sit here and say, war and fight, and that's how you fix it. And there's so many ways we can fix this. But number one, if you don't fix you, we're not fixing what's around us.
Oh,
So it is our responsibility.
yes.
Okay. Like, yeah, it's optional because you have free will. But at the end of the day, you really want us to do something about it for our kids, for ourselves, for the
Yeah.
future generations, for humanity. Forget your race, your country, your religion. I don't care about that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Humanity, this inner healing that we're talking about, some people will look at it as like, you're imbalanced, you're crazy, well, say whatever the frick you want, because those people don't face themselves. They judge, they label, they move on.
It's
Good,
true.
that's how you want to live, that's on you. You won't be in my space. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
goodness, girl.
Do you see what I'm like? I guess it's all adding up to me right now. Like, well,
Mm.
this is fun, but we're not doing this for fun. We're doing this because we know
Yeah.
there's many people like us awakening or that are awakened. They need encouragement to keep going down this path. We've already talked about that. You need to know how to navigate those moments. And that's what we're trying to share as
Yes.
we're going through it. Could
Yes.
there be other ways of managing this?
Of
Yes.
course.
But you need to find what works for you. We can only give ideas.
Yeah. Oh my God, I
Yeah.
want to add on to this. This is so fiery. It's so damn
Go.
good, girl.
Go.
When Solera was talking about what we're here for, what we are doing this actual podcast for in real time, yes, it's a passion. It's not just a passion project, it's a passion. It's who we are innately, but it's for you guys to step into your power. Okay? This isn't the time for humanity to be meek and, oh, that's why healing is important. Because at the end of the day, everyone is required to step up into their place of authority, their place and sphere of influence in this earth. And the only way to do it is to go within. Go
Mhm.
within and give yourself the freaking medicine that you give others. When I say
Mhm.
medicine, I'm talking about you giving all the advice to all your friends, you always being the rock someone can lean on, you being the dependable, responsible one, you saying, I'll go first, you working 80 hours a week when everyone else is working their 40 and taking their days off. Why are you making yourself a human sacrifice? This is a really strong message coming up for me in my soul. I feel like I'm talking to someone or a group of people specifically. Like we're talking to people right now. And it's what
Mm-hmm.
we're here for. We're here to be a mirror to you because all that we're saying, you already see and know, but we're just here to reflect it to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like Solera and I have felt for most of our lives before we started to go within, we were the responsible ones. We grew up too fast. Okay? We nothing's all shiny. We weren't fed from a silver spoon. Please don't get it twisted. Many
Mm-hmm.
dark nights of the soul led us here. That's why when people say, "How did you get here?" "Oh, you're crushing it." I take
Mm-hmm.
compliments and I say thank you. But then I also say to people in the nicest way possible, you can get there too, but don't look at my life and say you want my life. Because if you want my life, are you willing to go through what I went through? Are you willing to
Mm-hmm.
destiny swap with me and go through all the pain and the abuse and
Mm-hmm.
the letdowns? This is
Well,
what
that's
brought me here because in the dark, that's where the cracks of light can get in. You can alchemize
yeah,
it or you can stay the same. That's the only reason why we're sitting here speaking to you is we made a
right,
choice to not
right.
allow ourselves to be victims. We are victors and we want you to not stay stuck. Please hear me when I
Mm-hmm.
say you're not a victim. What happened wasn't right, but you can move forward. This liminal space that you're in, where you feel like you don't understand yourself, no one understands you, you don't have enough friends, X, Y, X, Z. Baby,
Mm-hmm.
go within. There's medicine. There is stuff for you to find out about yourself. The worst thing is to not know yourself, abandon yourself, and reject yourself. When you deal with that, and then you begin to say, please now bring aligned people into my path, it will happen. When you're asking for the alignment to come without doing the work first within,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy work. And that's why it's not working. I hope you're hearing me with a love. It's tough love, I'm telling you right now. You got to go within. You got to stop ignoring the signs. Stop trying to not be in your body. Somatic work just means be in your body. Soma means body, okay? Get into your
Mm-hmm.
body, shake your arms, jump around. Many of us are stuck physically because we're stuck mentally. On a cellular level, we feel pain, right? Chronic pain, all these back aches. It's real, but also it's self inflicted most of the time because we don't know how to shake it off. So I'm talking about mental, physical journaling. These are the
Mm-hmm.
tips to do within the liminal space. Please understand there's so much to be done in this space, not just sitting around wishing it could be better. Create your
Mm-hmm.
reality by doing the hard things. I'm going to pause there.
Yeah, and I love that you said that, and you said work a couple of times. And the bottom line
Goal
is,
work, yeah.
most people don't want to do the work. Everyone wants a quick fix.
It's true. We live in a quick fix
Like,
society.
yeah, so it's
So,
understandable why that is. But
yeah,
the truth is this: at the end of the day, what's going to save us, humanity, you, is going within and finding true connection to
yeah.
the universe, God, source. True connection, guys. I'm not talking about going to a church and hearing someone talk to you. I'm talking about going within because guess what? The distractions are here and the distractions are going to get louder, guys. And if
Louder
you
and
don't
louder and louder.
stand for anything, you
You
will fall
stand,
for
you will
anything.
stand for
You
nothing.
know
That's
that
right.
saying, right? So if you're sitting here taking advice from everyone, not listening to you, not working on being the most elevated version of yourself, when the puppeteers of this world want you to be the worst.
Oh,
Essentially, I'm going to
absolutely.
say it. That's what it is, guys. We already know what they talk about on social media, the food, the news, everything they're feeding us is designed to keep you disconnected from
That's
you.
right.
Here's how you win the war. You connect with you. That's it, guys. If enough of us did that, that's when you start seeing the truth with your own eyes without needing to go to ChatGPT, without needing to go online, without needing to go to the Pope, without needing to go to the government. Nobody. You will find the
Mm.
truth. And when you find the
Ooh.
truth, you will see there is no division. There's only love and community. And I know we're going to get there. But
Mm.
we're not going to if you don't do the work, if you don't go within, guys. Yes,
Yeah,
hard work, but it's necessary. And if you don't want to do it,
that's
fine,
fine. It's a
don't. But
choice.
you're part of the problem. But
It
you're part
is.
of the problem.
That's tough love. You're part of the problem, and also you will suffer. And so we
Mm,
don't want you to suffer. We're telling you this to save lives. We're
Mhm.
telling you this to save lives because staying stuck is a choice. I see so many people, guys, online. I'm not just saying this out of my, pulling this out of my ass here. Sometimes I go online and I look at comments in threads just to see how the world's reacting.
Yes.
And I don't do it to
Mhm.
judge. I do it to see the vibration of where humanity is at. That's just what I do. I'm an Aquarius. Okay. I'm
Right.
very curious. And it makes me sad. A lot of people think it's normal to we laugh and go, I made a plan and I made a plan, but I'm kind of hoping secretly that that they actually forget and that we have to cancel. It's kind of sad, guys. We don't want to
Mhm.
commit to anything because the world has made it
Mhm.
cute to brain rot, to couch rot. Everything's rotting. The fruit's rotting. The vegetables are rotting. Everything's it's actually really scary. And as funny as I think things are, and a big sense of humor that I have, I find a false humor happening in social media and happening in people's hearts because it's a mask. If you make fun of it, make a parody of it, make content about it, I'm guilty to watch it sometimes, but it becomes too normal. And I'm going to say it again. I said it in one of our first podcasts. This started happening with COVID. It was before COVID, but after COVID, nothing
The
was
separation.
the same. The separation, the
Mhm.
glass box they put us in, the 6 feet social
Mhm.
distancing, we are still today
Mhm.
freaking social distancing. We don't know how to do
Mhm.
community. We don't know how to do the work within. We don't know how to enjoy nature and see it as the gift that it is. We don't
Mhm.
know. We are locked into our
Yeah.
screens, stuck in our house as if we have to be. I love being in my house, don't get me wrong. But there's this mentality, I have to check myself. I don't want to become a couch robot. I don't want my neck to have a constant dip in it because I'm always looking down. These are the things I think about, guys. There's so much in the world to create. There's so much hobbies to take on. Luna and I are, I mean, Solera, I keep saying that, but you guys, this is our stage names, okay? So sometimes I get a little shook. But Solera and I talk about, activities like sewing, crocheting, voice lessons, dance. What did
Mhm.
you do as a kid? What did you want to do as a kid? You couldn't do it then because of finances or time? Do it now. If you don't have the money, go on
Mhm.
YouTube. There's so many
Right.
at-home courses. There's no excuse, guys, but please find things to do in your free time. Don't get locked into doing what everyone else does. Don't doom scroll. Don't get locked in the news because, like Solera is saying, it is designed to pull you back. It is
Mhm.
designed to make your soul
And
rot.
it's gonna get worse.
It's
It's
going to get
gonna
worse.
the stories, guys, the lies that are gonna come out.
It's no joke.
Again, if you don't go within, you're gonna fall right where they want you to fall.
Into
So
the
if
trap.
you're tired of falling,
Get
you
up.
need to rise up.
Get
Like,
the
"Ow,
F up.
yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, get up.
Serious.
Get up. We're here to
Serious.
help you with that. Hmm.
We all know there's something wrong, especially in our country. We all know there's
Yeah.
something wrong.
Hmm.
Not something, everything.
Yeah.
We all know.
Everything's
We feel
wrong.
it. We see it. We're talking about it. We're
But
not
we're not
doing anything
changing.
about it.
We're not changing. And if we're comfortable with this new world, it's going to form. It's going to form. Each of us has a part to play. And it starts with going within, being real,
Mhm.
saying this is enough. For example, I
And
was
I know
talking
we've talked
to,
about it before, but
yeah,
and you can keep going, but
yeah,
can you talk about again going within? Because we say
absolutely.
it a lot and it can mean so many things. I sort of feel like they need a reminder,
Oh,
or our
absolutely.
family needs a reminder.
When I say go within, I mean literally like, okay, I like visuals. Have you ever played the game? I'm probably going to mess it up because I'm not a big game person. I didn't grow up with games. But what's the game with the surgery? And it's like there's like a body
Oh, operations,
operation. Yeah,
operations. Yeah.
that one. Okay, go within, right? To fix all the little things, you have to go within and intricately move things around. So that's kind of what I see when I say go within. Um, we are looking outwards at everything. Like I said, social media, we're looking for a cure, we're looking for fast tips. We're not going
Mhm.
within. We're not saying, I wonder what to do. Let me ask God. Let me ask my angels. Let me check in with my spirit guides. How do I feel in my gut about the situation? Ugh, my stomach hurts. Maybe I shouldn't go there. That's an
Mhm.
example of going within
The body
because
symptoms are
the
big.
yes,
Yeah, I
your
like that you
body
brought that up.
keeps the score and your body is the signal. Just like when the fire alarm goes off in a burning house, okay, it tells you to get out. Your body's telling you when to get out, when to go somewhere, when to sit down, when to be quiet, when to eat more, when to rest. Some of us are resting only when we have an operation or we get sick or surgery. And I hate to say that,
That
but
used to
don't
be
let
me.
that be. Me too. Don't let that be the
Mm-hmm.
reason why you're resting. Take your pockets of rest. There is time, guys. It's about having intention. So going within means searching within, like putting the flashlight on yourself, not always blaming others first, not victimizing
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Okay, going within and saying, what can I fix without self blaming? What can I fix? What can I start to reframe? You're not too old. You're not stuck. You can change. What can shift to make my life feel smoother, more aligned? What can I do to take off my
Mm-hmm.
plate? We keep adding to improve when sometimes we need to take things off the plate. So we need to look within and look at that. And like we said earlier, writing things down. I made my list too. It was a long ass list and it was uncomfortable to see all those words floating around. But
Yeah.
when I saw it, I was like, ooh, word dump. This is what's still coming up. These little tiny old wounds. This is what needs to be dealt with
Mm-hmm.
in this reflective period that I was in before the fire horse started on the 17th of February. When we say fire horse, guys, this season, this year, it's a season, guys. It isn't just a day of like, woohoo, Lunar New Year, fire horse. No, the action steps start now, but don't take any action if you are still trying to figure out how to remember who you are. The first step is
Mm-hmm.
going within. What did I love as a child? What have I kept myself from? What am I self depriving myself of? How do I make myself feel good without latching on to certain addictions, right? What am I doing? What can I replace that thing with that I lean to and I'm having a hard time? For some of us, our addiction is a drug, a drink, social media, TV, a
Mm-hmm.
person. You know what it is, okay? Your vice. But you have to go within and decide enough. For us, it was like our birthdays were a big wake up call um, of, okay, a little mundane here, a little stuck, a little too comfortable, level up. Go
Right.
within,
Right.
deal with it, cut it off. Because if we don't, we're just bringing it into the next generation and the next person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like an infectious disease. If I leak anything, I want to leak joy. I want to leak wisdom. I want to leak empowerment. And so I knew I was leaking some things that weren't healthy. Just like when you eat unhealthy food and you leak the wrong things, right? When you put the good
Mm-hmm.
things in your body, you go to the bathroom the right way, you're regular, right? And when you don't, you're constipated, stuck, or you unfortunately might have diarrhea or food poisoning. TMI, but that's how I kind of go through life is through visuals. So same thing with what you put in your soul, what you're watching, what you're taking in, what you're saying to yourself. That's
Everything.
going
That's what
within.
it's back to intention. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
back to intention. How are you spending your time? Pay attention to where you're focusing your time and energy, and ask yourself, does that add value to my life? Does that feel good? Is that gonna take me to where I want to go? And
Mm.
sometimes it's okay to just watch TV. That's okay.
Sometimes it is, yeah.
But if it's a routine every night, guys, like what are you really doing? You're just distracting yourself, watching some fake characters live their life when you could be living yours. That's the way I look at it.
That's it
And
right
that's why I
there.
try not to watch TV. Yeah,
Right.
because it's like, why am I sitting here watching you? Like,
Right.
I'm here, I'm alive, I'm a real character. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
Or
so
limit it.
that's why
Limit it.
reading came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys know what to do, but it's not easy.
It's not
It's
easy.
not easy. If and Luna called them little things, and they seem like little things, but if they were so little, we wouldn't still be facing with them. You know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
up.
They're
Yeah.
not easy
Yeah.
to let go. We know that.
You said something about intention. I want to touch on it real quick. A quote came to me that I
Mhm.
always used to use and I still use it about intention. Where your intention goes, your energy flows. I'm going to say it again. Where your intention goes, your energy flows. So what's your
Mhm.
intention? Because
Mhm.
we don't want to leak our energy. That's why when I say call your energy back to you, some of you are like, what does that mean?
Mhm.
Literally call it back because you're giving it out to time and space and people and circumstances. And we don't call it back. We don't rest within. We don't take nervous system breaks for our mind and our soul. And so we're constantly going and it's noisy and it's messy. And you know what I mean because it feels like you're on a roller coaster and you can't get off, but you can choose to pause,
Mhm.
choose the pause. I have a tattoo on my chest. You can't see it, but it's a symbol that means breathe in Sanskrit. Reminds me to pause. And I have that tattoo because I've lost some people in my life, unfortunately, to mental health, to suicide, to different things. And a lot of the reasons why that happened was because of the pause, feeling like they had to be everything for everybody and being them feeling misunderstood, and it just ended. And so it reminds me, in honor of them, to pause. So please,
Mhm.
guys, I'm telling you, it's that serious. The choices you make or don't make can be life changing or life breaking.
Mhm.
And so this is kind of like a serious episode. And we throw in some humor here and there, but we need to sober you guys up. We need to be here in this podcast because this is our platform. We know we're reaching different people in different states, maybe in different countries that we may not visit right now. And the reason why is because we can reach you faster thanks to the power of the internet, using it for power, for good. So if you're hearing this right now and you know that you've been ignoring yourself and ignoring the signs of change in this liminal space, this in between uncomfortable space, and you were looking for a message and you were like, please give me a message, what I can do. I feel so lost. And you came across us, this is for you. This is your channeled message. I know nothing happens by chance and everything is designed with divinity and alignment, and that we were sent to you in this episode, whoever's watching, to help you. And so if that's you, whenever you can comment, when this video comes out and drops, we really want you guys to comment, listen all the way through. We know, might be a little long, good stuff in here. Comment, let us know you watched. Let us know if you're in the liminal, in between, stuck space, wanting to move forward, but need to work through some more things. Let us know if you need more tips. We're happy to engage with you. Go follow us on Instagram, okay? Because we are not here just to be cute and get followers. We are here to help change the trajectory of your lives by helping you to realize that the medicine is within and everything is choice. Everything comes down to
Mhm.
choice and intention. We're not perfect, but we are damn sure that we're not going to go back. We're doing the work so we can continue to catapult forward. And we want you guys to
Right.
be able to do the same thing. So let our words empower you. Don't let it make you feel guilt. Or if it is guilt you're feeling, let it charge your heart enough to change you, right?
Right.
That's where we're at right
Yeah,
now.
I sort of feel like the closing message you just mentioned, call your energy back.
Yeah.
I want to say that louder. This is time for humanity to call their energy back. This isn't just about us individually. This is a time for the collective to take their energy back. And how you do that is everything we're sharing, going within,
Mm-hmm.
taking notes, taking action, making changes. That's how we do it.
Yes.
We've given our power away for however many years. I'm not a historian, but it's been a long
Too
ass time.
long.
Giving our power away, relying on someone else outside of us to lead us. If we go back in, remember who we are, empower ourselves, call our energy back. That's how we solve everything, guys.
Mm, this is
Really.
so good. And I want to give one more tip that might help you since we're closing, because Solera and I both, in a sense, we are kind of like life coaches and we do other work outside of here. And we don't try to bring in too much professionalism because we want you guys to know that we are unfolding with you. We're not above you, but yet we can help lead you. But I do have a technique I want to share that I do use with clients and with people, because when we said call your energy back, I know some of you are watching going, still don't know what she means. Because that was me a couple of years ago. I was like, yeah, sounds cute. Don't know what they're talking about. So I'm going to do it with you guys, and Solera can repeat it as if she's the audience, and then you guys can repeat it as well. But I'm going to say, have a little ceremony now. We're going to call our energy back together and decide to move forward. So if this is you, take a moment, grab a piece of paper. If you're into saging, Palo Santo, whatever you need to do to clean and cleanse your space, take a moment and then take a deep breath in through your nose. Let your diaphragm fill and then release it. Shoulders drop down the spine. Repeat after me. I call my
I
energy.
call my energy
back to me
back to me
from all time,
from all time,
from all spaces,
from all spaces,
from all people,
from all people,
anyone
anyone
trying to
trying to
siphon my energy.
siphon my energy.
I retract it now.
I retract it now.
I turn it back to the universe
I turn it back to the universe
to alchemize my pain into gold.
alchemize my pain into gold.
Thank you for my energy.
Thank you for my energy.
It is now returning to me,
It is now returning to me,
mind,
mind,
body,
body,
and spirit.
and spirit.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Namaste.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That felt good.
Whew. I know you guys felt that release. I say this probably every month because every month is different. In the beginning of the month, the end of the month, I just make sure I call my energy back. You can look it up. There's different versions of them. That's my personal version. It's a real thing.
I
It's
love
a
it.
real
I do
ceremony.
it too. I've never
Yeah,
done it that way. I
yeah.
liked it.
Call it back, write it down, burn it. Whatever you need to do, call your energy back. Your energy is not free. It's the most expensive thing you have. And like I said before in other episodes, your energy is currency. Your energy is like money.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just dump it out
Mm-hmm.
to anybody. Be selective, be intentional, romanticize your life, take actionable steps, and find people that help you elevate and grow. Don't pull you back into unhealthy habits. Okay? Is there
Mm-hmm.
anything else you want to add, Solera?
I don't think so. I guess, we took about a couple weeks pause. We're back.
Yes,
More coming. We're going to be
most
more
definitely.
active. We're
Hmm.
ready. It's part of our action list, obviously. This is very important to us for many reasons. It's personal, it's for our future, our kids, it's for you, it's for all of it. We're just tired of seeing the hurt, the suffering, the division. So if we heal ourselves, we have faith, we know it's just a matter of time before things turn around. So keep the faith,
Yeah,
go within, self love, slow down, and don't keep giving all of your energy into this evil that we're seeing,
yes,
because the evil is going to get louder because they feel you slipping through their fingers.
yeah,
That's essentially what it is. We're slipping through their fingers, they're losing control, and they're going to panic. But don't panic with them. Hold your power, shine your light. That is what we need to do right now.
that's right. So good. Quick reminder, you can follow us here on YouTube, okay? And the name is there at, we also have an Instagram page, okay? The Unfolding underscore podcast underscore 777. I'm making sure I get it right. I'm looking right now. And in the future coming, we'll have other platforms we'll be on. But right now, you can find us on YouTube, on Instagram. Engage with us, talk to us. Let's grow as a community together. Okay, guys, I believe in
Mhm.
you. I believe in the medicine you have to offer the earth. And we're so grateful that you guys watch. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, please share these videos and clips with someone that it may help. And we'll see you guys next time on The Unfolding.
Thank you, family. Mwah.
Peace.
Till next time. Bye.